doctor.
Save up to 50% on your medicine bills. Ask your doctor or pharmacist if Pharmacodynamics has a generic medicine that's suitable for you.
To answer the question we posed before the break, it's been shown in general that using a tanning bed will increase your risk of getting skin cancer by 100%. In fact, the Department of Health has been asked to ban sunbeds. Bottom line, there is no such thing as a healthy tan. Hay fever. Now there's something. Affects 1 in 5 people and is the most common allergy in the country. How many people in our audience have hay fever? Okay, that's more than 1 in 5. That's quite phenomenal. In fact, allergic rhinitis is the most common childhood disease. The term hay fever, though, is a complete misnomer. The condition is not caused by hay, nor does it produce a fever. Hay fever is an allergic reaction that results in the release of powerful chemical agents, of which histamine is the best known. It's histamine that causes inflammation, swelling and redness of the sinuses, the nose and the membranes of the eyes, and triggers sneezing or a runny nose. Reactions all designed to either block the allergen, pollen, grass, animal dander, from entering the body or trying to expel it, which means you should never stifle your sneeze. What we commonly think of as a nuisance, sneezing, actually has a powerful purpose. Stifling a sneeze out of politeness prevents the clearance of the irritants from your nose and increases your need to keep sneezing. So the best thing to do is to sneeze with your nose and mouth open into a tissue and obviously away from people. Don't stifle the sneeze. When it comes to most allergies, the obvious suggestion is to avoid the allergen. In this case, it's a little more difficult. Allergic rhinitis is commonly caused by pollen, animal dander, and house dust mite. And because most of these allergens are airborne, other than not breathing, which is a bad idea, you can't always do a lot about avoiding them. What you can do is take steps to avoid exacerbating the problem. So, for example, if pollen is your poison, then keep an eye on the pollen count. These often accompany weather broadcasts, and you can even download apps onto your phone that can help you prepare for the amount of allergens you'll encounter when you venture outdoors.
An important thing that you can do is calm down. Studies have shown that most people's symptoms get worse when they're stressed. So managing your stress can reduce the severity of your symptoms.
Exercise, believe it or not, a study has shown that people who exercise regularly experience less severe symptoms. How's that for another reason to exercise? Love it. One thing you do want to be aware of, though, is exercising outdoors. The pollen count is generally higher first thing in the morning and in the evening. So exercising outside is best during the late morning and early afternoon. If the pollen count is excessively high, then you should opt for exercise activities that take place indoors.
A healthy diet can also reduce the severity of your symptoms. But be aware of some healthy foods that can actually make your symptoms worse. These include apples, tomatoes, celery, bananas, melons, and stoned fruit.
Great reason not to have celery. Love it. Avoid alcohol. Unfortunately for some of you, beer, wine, and spirits contain histamine, the substance which is responsible for the symptoms we experience. So drinking alcohol can actually make your symptoms much, much worse.
Speaking of histamines, one of the most common ways to treat symptoms is to take an antihistamine. These over-the-counter treatments work well when your symptoms are relatively mild and don't occur regularly, or last for very long. Traditionally, one of the side effects was that it made you extremely drowsy and unable to concentrate. But over time, science has evolved and many products now cause less drowsiness.
So, in a nutshell, most people can generally manage allergic rhinitis through limiting their exposure to allergens, managing the symptoms, and avoiding things that can exacerbate the problem, and even making use of antihistamines. If the symptoms are prolonged or linked to asthma and eczema or become unmanageable, then it's best to chat to your doctor about a long-term solution that could work for you.
Save up to 50% on your medicine bills. Ask your doctor or pharmacist if Pharmacodynamics has a generic medicine that's suitable for you.
I want to live the best life.